It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. On first down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Titans. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch, and that one wound up in the end zone.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Jones.
Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing Jones. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Back to throw. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off play action. Jones.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Nelson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversions, and now they're just 3 back.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Off play action, Tannehill.
He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And remember, the Titans lost Jonnu Smith, their #1 tight end the last few years, when he signed with New England in free agency. So that might open up a few more looks for Ferkser. And he makes a smooth catch there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Tannehill now running the option to the right side. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Tannehill on first down. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. From the red zone now, Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Derrick Henry. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And just 19 sacks as a team last year, the 3rd lowest in the NFL. Yet this team still made the playoffs. With better pass rush as we just saw there, this team could have a longer stay as they seek a Super Bowl title.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Throw an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. But Charles, I guess you have to give some credit to the fact that they rallied and made the tackle, didn't allow 2 points to go the other way there.
Find that silver lining, because what happened prior to that was not positive. Go for 2, fumble the football, give up a return, but you're exactly right. They did hustle and prevented a score going against them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Reynolds. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Josh Reynolds signed with the Titans after 4 years in L.A. with the Rams, and he was overshadowed there by some of their big-name receivers, but came through with a career-high 52 catches last year. Expects to continue in that vein with the Titans.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And how'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman, because he's as big as all of them? Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A toss right to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. John Ross, 60 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open.
What a connection there for the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tannehill gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
1st down, Tennessee.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2nd down and 3. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in early going.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Looking to throw. Jones. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jones will sneak it, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain.
And the Seahawks are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. John Ross with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Off the option, here's Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry taking it in from the 20. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Barkley a first down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because
Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. 75 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. John Ross, 81 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 189 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, Tannehill. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And it's a Titans touchdown. Josh Reynolds, 47 yards. And the Titans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete. That's Davidson. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Daniel Jones with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Once again, we see the Seahawks line up to go for two. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Cameron Batson. He will take this all the way. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And now here's Ross. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
7 yards there on the first down screen play. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run with Barkley, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 197 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Escapes the defender, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, a 23-yard run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 67 yards. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down. A
first down carry for Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On second down now, it's Henry. There's the stiff arm. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. 28 yards, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.